Today does mark the 11th year since the tragic events of September the 11th, 2001. It changed our lives forever. And many people will pause around the world today to remember the lives lost in New York City, Washington, D.C., and also Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Of course, that day for me, as I've shared before in the past, was one of the loneliest days that I've ever known. And I'm sure that I'm not alone as you remember back to where you were on September the 11th, 2001. Thousands of lives were lost and even more families impacted by that September morning. You know, we often wonder why God allows evil like that to exist in our world. It, of course, is a byproduct of the fallen world that we live in, the sin that so easily entangles us. But can God use tragic events like those of 9/11 for His good? As we looked yesterday at our daily devotion, that was what the Lord was reminding us in Romans 8:28. He does promise to cause all things to work together for the good of those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. So is it possible that His purpose of September the 11th, 2001 was to draw millions of people to Himself in the days and weeks following 9/11 in hopes that many would never turn away from Him again? Is it possible that He used the horror of that day to call men into lifelong ministry? Men like Senator Brian Birdwell, who survived the attack at the Pentagon, and Sue Jo John, who was in the World Trade Center. Is it possible that He used that event to remind us that we aren't as self-sufficient as we think we are? We really do need Him every day, and His strength is made perfect in our weakness. Well, those are just a few of the ways I believe that God has been working over the past 11 years. But no eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind has conceived what God has prepared for those who love Him. What I do know, without a doubt, is that Jesus promised us that we would have trouble in this life. But we're not to fear, we're not to worry, because He's overcome the world. And if we allow Him, He will take all of the messes of our lives and transform them into a message that can and will change the world. Will you allow Him to do that in you and through you today?